Hey y'all, this is Marley K. Hope y'all are well. Got a topic and a story I want to share with you, but I want to share it with you because it connects to the other story that I did the other day on Rumble about the Gillos and the King Alfred's plan. So I want to connect some dots for y'all so y'all will understand what some of this stuff means literally and spiritually for the children of Yasharel. So I don't know if you've been hearing about all these Black Star exercises they have been running. And I say they, the country, the powers, the people who are in charge of the last age that's getting ready to go live. They have been preparing for a cyber attack or an attack on the power grid, something that could cripple our entire system. But they've talked about it for years, but they actually started doing exercises for it like in 2020. And so I'm going to show you a little bit of evidence. And then you can make some informed decisions about how you're going to move in late stage Babylon. All right, so Fort Riley announces Black Star exercise. What's interesting about this is that it is hot as all get out. A big hurricane is lurking somewhere in the ocean. And Texas is always having some issues with their power grid. So Fort Riley, I'm sorry, not Texas. I was thinking about Texas, but I didn't mean to talk about Texas. This isn't Kansas. Fort Riley is in Kansas, but earlier this year they had Black Star exercises at other military bases across the country. So understand that they are preparing for or anticipating something catastrophic happening. Now, anticipate as in make it happen, or anticipate as let it happen, or anticipate as in it just happens. Something gonna happen with this scenario. And so they are preparing for it. So it says Fort Riley will be conducting an energy resilience readiness exercise referred to as Black Start. This exercise is designed to test the installation's emergency and standby energy generation systems, key infrastructure, and equipment. Senior officials will learn from exercise outcomes and the infrastructure needs for crucial installation missions in the event of a power loss. This Black Star exercise was designed following the congressional mandate requiring the Department of Defense Services to test their ability to operate without power in an emergency. The real question is why it got to be mandated? Why you don't want to be ready on your own? That's what I'm concerned about. You got to be told to do it and forced to do it. Is it because they know the 400-year curse is over and they expecting stuff? Like, I don't really know, but it's just interesting. Or maybe they just thought nobody would do to them what they do to other countries. Who knows? The Fort Riley Garrison Command Team and Directorate of Plans, Training, Mobilization, and Security staff announced the Black Star exercise at the Senior Leader Update, a town hall with Fort Riley leadership and community partners on June 27th at Riley's Community Center. The preparedness and resilience of our soldiers and families is already getting better because we are forcing them to prepare now, said Colonel Michael Foote, Fort Riley Garrison commander. Leaders and command family readiness representatives need to review their unit exceptional family member program packets and family action plans to ensure their soldiers are ready. The exercise is scheduled to start at 4 a.m. and power restoration will begin around noon. Power across the installation is expected to be fully restored by 1 p.m. Many facilities can expect services to start returning within 30 minutes to 2 hours after the initial blackout. This is kind of a NTC rotation for Garrison. The only difference is we have our families with us and we have to take care of that. We have our families with us, we have to take care of as well, said Foote. According to the Office of the Assistant Secretary of Defense of Sustainment, enhancing the military capability, readiness, and resilience of our installations and forces through assured access to resilient and cyber-secure fuel and power. Colonel Foote and I keep getting asked, why are we going through this exercise in July? Said Command Sergeant Major Jason Poulin, Fort Riley Garrison Commander Sergeant Major. We are doing this as a rehearsal for actions on the objective. All our strategic planners at the national level are saying we are going to feel impacts to our energy grid in our next engagement. Power outages are frequent in today's environment, whether from a natural disaster like heavy snowfall, a thunderstorm, or from an enemy threat. This is how we protect our families when you answer the nation's call, Poulin said. That's how the Colonel and I look at the Black Star exercise. The exercise, it will be challenging for those who work and live on post, but preparing in advance can reduce stress and everyone involved. Tips and important preparation information can be found on Facebook at the Army Installations Facebook page. So I wanted to share that. But I wanted to share this one with you. It's also on the Army's website. So this was back in 2000. It was this year, but it was in March. So it says Black Star exercise coming, be prepared. And this is Fort Carson. It says the mountain post will turn off power installation wide April 26 to assess backup power generation capabilities following a congressional mandate requiring Department of Defense services to test their ability to operate without power in an emergency. Now, this sentence right here sent chills down my spine. It says this Black Star exercise is expected to last around 8 hours for identified essential service locations. Now, the reason, and I'm putting my tinfoil hat on that I'm so proud of, but I got to put it on. Y'all know in the King Alfred's plan that is on Rumble, if you would like to see it, you have to go back a couple of days to one of my most recent videos, and I posted a link to Rumble so that you could watch part 1 and part 2. But y'all know there is a plan to round up us Negroes in an 8-hour period should there be some type of unrest. So the fact that they say specifically 8 hours and the title of the project is Black Start, I'm feeling a way about it. I may be way off base. It may be something innocent, but I know these people don't do nothing innocent. And so, it just kind of makes me wonder now, are these exercises or these threats, are these things that are going to be used to come and collect us, to come and target us, to round us up? Whenever they happen, I don't know. It's just a thought. I don't know. I'm not saying anything is happening. We all know they've been talking about cyber attacks and grid down stuff for the last year. Earlier this year, they were talking about a real bad cyber pandemic that was going to be worse than the Rona back in 2020, whatever that means. So, it just had me thinking, if you live close to a military installation, you should really be careful. You should have a plan to move when you need to move. You should also have your go bag ready. Um, Watchman Nehemiah and I always talk about go bags. We love a go bag. I keep a go bag. I've been trying to tell other people to keep a go bag. They don't do it like I do it, but I'm gonna be ready in case whatever pops off. One of the things that is interesting is that they start this activity really early in the morning. Now, on the other site, they talk about 4 o'clock in the morning. So if you're going to catch somebody unaware and off guard, that's a perfect time to do it. People are deep in sleep. It's like, when they do drug busts, they don't come at midnight when the plug jumping. They don't come at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Now sometimes they do, but rarely. They love to catch you when you tired and when you going to bed. When your family is at home resting, it's late, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. That's like when they like to come. And so I am just thinking aloud that something ain't right. I can't put my hand on it. I can't put my spirit on it, but I just don't have a good feeling. So in the event that, there is a grid down scenario, you should be prepared. I can't say what you should do. I ain't saying nothing. I'm showing you the evidence of what's going on. And they're planning for something. It's a mandate. We've never done it before, although it's been pointed out years ago that our infrastructure was lacking and our country didn't do anything to fix it. So you have to wonder why. Why didn't they do anything to do something to our infrastructure before now? So, you got to think all of this stuff is planned. It has to be intentional. And it's like I said, once Babylon falls, the new system is going to come online. But you have to basically make people miserable, create chaos so that you can bring your new order. And I see a lot of people, being caught up in this stuff that don't know. It's going to be easy for them to swoop up people that they want to swoop up because people are just don't know what's going on. So if you haven't gotten that book by Ted Koppel, Lights Out, and there's another trilogy that I ordered as soon as I get it. I had to get on Amazon yesterday because I ordered it. Somebody said they delivered it. I ordered 3 books in addition to the Ted Koppel Lights Out, and I never did get that with some other stuff. People stealing out here. These Amazon drivers are stealing. So if you order something, make sure you track your stuff online. I have never had this happen before, but I heard it happens a lot here since I moved back home. So if you're ordering stuff, trying to get your preps, just make sure you keep a track of it. Don't order it and just forget it and assume that it's going to come, because a lot of these drivers are moving shady and they're stealing stuff and selling it and keeping it for themselves. And they'll lie like my person did, say that they delivered it, put it in my hand. I was like, I was home all day this weekend. I didn't get nothing. So, just pay attention to what is happening when you're ordering your stuff, but also pay attention to these tests. Now, I'm going to say for the record, the military does test all the time. They train all the time. I expect that. But these specific tests, while there's chatter about grid downs and power outages and cyber attacks, is like really suspicious to me. So, in any event, just be aware that things are going on. If you live close to a military base, especially a military base that will be heavily relied upon in the event there is a grid down situation, or if there is some attack on U.S. soil, it may be a place that you don't want to be. And you probably have very little time to get out of your house and get out of the way. So with that said, you need to be thinking about that. That's one more thing that we got to think about. My dad lives close to a military base, and he wanted me to come back and move where he was. I was like, no, buddy, you live too close to the a huge military installation, one that is responsible for training troops when they enter into the armed forces, one of the branches. So it's a target, and it's a different type of sacrificial city, but a sacrificial city, no doubt. So you got to know where you live at. You got to understand, what you'll have access to in the event there's an emergency, and you got to prepare for a grid down scenario. If the military is preparing and telling you they ain't prepared, then shoot, you ain't prepared. At your house, if the army ain't prepared, who prepared? So, understand, y'all, we are left to our own devices. We don't have any help. We don't have any support. There are only concerned about the military installation and keeping order. Keeping order means keeping Negroes from cutting up or rebelling, because everybody else apparently can rebel. Everybody else can be deputized if they ain't black to join militias. So just understand where you living at. You live in Babylon. If you think this your home, if you think, you're going to be okay here, we ain't going to be okay here. You ain't going to be comfortable here. You ain't going to hardly survive here if you just going about business the way that you have gone about business in the past. So I just want to share these Black Star exercises with you. And if you go online and do a search, they've been doing Black Star exercises since 2020. MIT did a huge simulation. You should go check it out. The computer guy who knows all things was involved with a couple of them. But these people got stuff planned for you. So if you don't have a plan for yourself, they have a plan for you, specifically designed for us. So y'all better get them go bags ready. Get you some vittles throwed in them. Get your toothbrush and some dehydrated food. Get your little camping stuff. Learn how to be primitive. Practice going hiking. Practice camping. Practice, I hate to say living on the run or living on the lam, but that's basically, what some of us may have to do. We might have to flee. And the Bible tells us about, these perilous times. So if you're in a city, you may have to go to the countryside, or you may have to flee to the mountains, and you may have to do it on foot. So until the Most High comes and deliver us, you need to be preparing for what's coming. And I'm going to keep compelling you to do so. So keep watch, keep praying, keep prepping, keep seeking the Most High. Keep repenting for sins of commission and sins of omission. Pray our people wake up and cry out, because this will just be over if we all just get on one accord and get down on our knees and repent and be like, Abba, come get us. But our people is so busy concerned about Bronny James having a sunstroke or the real Jamie Foxx. Just nonsense. So we got a lot of distractions, lots and lots of distractions, lots of racial stuff, lots of clown stuff, lots of political stuff. But it's stories like these that are swept under the rug, not discussed on mainstream media. And then when something happens, Black people be the first ones to say, I didn't know. The stuff out here on the free interwebs, all you gotta do is look it up, type it in your search engine, and look, it's there. Look while you can, learn while you can, research while you can, buy these books so you can understand what life gonna be like when the power go out, because it ain't gonna be pretty. And wrap your head around, you may have to harm some people, even people who look like you, to preserve yourself. Because that's something that's real. And Watchman Nehemiah had to drill that into me a lot over the last couple of years. He has a military background, so he understands. But for me, I'm a civilian, and I just it's hard for me to imagine that you might have to turn away a mother who has children who need something to eat because she may go and tell other people where she got something from and then put you in danger, or you may have to do harm to an intruder, somebody trying to break into your house and take from your family, or you may have to camp outside to protect your property, to protect your garden, because a lot of times, if you started a garden because you was prepared, folks who ain't gonna go take from the people who are prepared. That's, after the stores are looted and there ain't nothing to take no place else, they're gonna start roaming neighborhoods. So if you live in a fairly affluent neighborhood, they coming for your stuff first. And then they're gonna be in the hood, the little people who don't know how to get no place else or can't go any place else, they're gonna perp on each other. When I say perp, I mean perpetrate. They'll perpetrate crimes and fraud upon each other, this low hanging fruit. And that's because we don't respect each other. We don't have a love for each other, and we are real selfish right about now. So as these things are announced, take note. They've not been done before. It's mandated, and these installations are doing this. They've never done it, which means they ain't ready. And definitely they ain't coming to save you. Period. So get that in your head too. I don't care what happened. They ain't coming for you. They got a job to do, and the job is not you unless it's to collect you and take you to them FEMA camps. So understand what's happening, people. Things gonna be moving real fast over the next couple of months. These people gonna be greasy. They're gonna handle us rough. They handled us rough coming. They're gonna handle us rough going. So you might as well get ready and gird your loins. I don't care what socioeconomic status or bracket you think you are in. They see you as a Black person. You are a threat. You are a problem. They fear you, and they fear a bunch of you getting together at one time and possibly open up a can of whoop ass on somebody. So that's the one thing this nation fears. They know they've done us wrong. And because it's so narcissistic, they can't they don't have empathy for us. They don't have the empathy for us that we have for them. And they're just different. Their DNA is different. And so you cannot expect them to see the humanity in us as this society collapses. So you have to learn how to see the humanity in your own brothers and sisters. And if you don't know how to see it in yourself, you got to find that, and you got to find it fast. So I'm going to need you to take a crash course in finding the humanity of Yah, finding the grace and mercy of Yah, so we can get on through this, because I'm tired of being tested. So we're going to be patient, and we're going to do what we're supposed to do. But I'm going to keep telling you, over and over again, it's time to cry out. It's time to get on your knees and cry out, because something is coming. A lot of things are coming, and our people are not ready. So keep watch, keep prepping, keep praying. Love y'all. Please like and subscribe to the channel. hit that bell notification so that you can get all of the alerts every time I upload new content. And if you have not checked out that video on Rumble, my latest one, please go to it. If you are a Black American, African American person living in America, you need to understand. Also, the military's job, once a national emergency is declared, what it could include, military could be responsible for rounding us up within an 8-hour period. And so that will leave you little time to do anything. And they're going to have the help of militias, local law enforcement, fire and rescue, anybody who want to collect niggers. If you ever want to collect a nigger, that's going to be the time folks get out and put their whole chest in it and start collecting folks like they did during the slave patrol. So understand, a lot of these things are connected and they're already in place. You just got to know about it so you can try to avert calamity for you and your family. All right, this is Marley K. Thank y'all for hanging in here the whole video, and I'm out.